welcome back to my channel. This video is a long time coming. I think it has been up to like 3 weeks since I put up a question poll on my Instagram stories, and I was like, you guys should hit me with questions. First of all, I put a normal question box for like regular questions, and then I now put another one where I said, wait, let me look at what's on my tab. Okay, yeah, the second one I said, ask me big sister questions: school, relationships, Jesus, beauty, image. And I don't know why I was thinking I was going to actually get like a variety of questions. You guys just bombarded me with relationship questions. I'm like, So there are actually a lot of questions because I had like 2 question boxes up. There are questions concerning medical school, normal student life, and then the relationship questions. Some of these questions feel really intimate, so I also want to say thank you for trusting me with your relationship wahala. I have always been against cheating, but because of the fear of being cheated on and losing, I now have 2 boyfriends. Mostly because I think my first boyfriend has been cheating on me. First of all, relationships, there is no loser, there is no winner in a relationship. So if you are in a relationship where you feel like you are losing out, I think that is a good sign that you are not in the correct relationship. To an extent, I understand you if you've been in a relationship where you ended up getting dumped or getting cheated on, and now you feel like it's my time to shine and I need to do somebody back. But I want to say that you should remain true to yourself. If you are doing something that you have always been against, you're not going to have peace of mind because you have a conscience. For the fact that you're even saying this, you're obviously feeling guilty about it. I feel like you should communicate with your first boyfriend, ask him sincerely, are you cheating on me? If he is, you're going to figure out how to break up with him or do whatever you want to do. And then if he is not, because it's very possible that he's actually not, and because of your fear, you're reading a lot into what he is doing. So if that happens to be the case, you reevaluate, you talk things out. I tend to compare myself to people so much that I can see it affects me, but I have tried so hard to stop, but it seems like nothing is working. Can you please help me out? The thing about comparing yourself to someone is that you are never going to win. If you decide to look for people that are better than you, you're going to see sote, you're going to be tired. If you look around, there are so many people that are going to be better than you, and it is going to be like that forever. No matter what height you rise to, no matter what you achieve, there is always going to be a long line of people waiting to tell you I'm better than you, and they're going to be correct. So you need to learn how to look at what you have, look at yourself, and appreciate yourself, appreciate your achievements, learn to live with it. No matter what, just remember to be content with what you have. I know it can be tough having a problem of constantly comparing yourself with someone. In fact, it's something that we all go through. I go through it, next girl goes through it, next guy goes through it. If you keep comparing yourself to someone, even if you've tried really hard, then try your best to block yourself out of it. If it's social media, maybe people online, then stop visiting their pages or maybe block their accounts. If it's a friend, maybe try and minimize contact, stuff like that. Take control of your life. How do you know if a guy you were in a situationship with still likes you after a long time of not talking to each other? I think this is the first sign to move on. The fact that you sent this, because if you are doubting if the guy likes you, the answer is that he doesn't. If a guy likes you, you won't have to ask yourself twice. You would know. Signs for you to move on: first of all, this doubt. Second sign, you have not talked for a long time. Any guy that likes a girl would want to speak to her every day. Third sign to move on, the fact that you cannot communicate what you are feeling. That, I think 3 signs are enough. So I have a very nice boyfriend, but then I have noticed that he cheats a lot. But he's still very nice to me. I'm tired that he's not loyal. What's your advice? I don't know what the definition of nice is if he's cheating on you. One thing I can say is, personally, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I don't see a future happening. Like, if it's just for cruise. So if you're actually, you actually feel like what you guys have is real, and you also feel that he's not loyal, I actually think that maybe you should consider breaking it up. Someone's attitude towards a particular thing is going to reflect in other aspects of the person's life. Let's say the kind of person that you're always procrastinating on studying. If you have a pathological procrastination problem in your studies, it's going to reflect in other aspects of your life. So for the fact that he's not loyal to you, he's not going to be loyal in any other. And if you're planning on something long term with him, it's definitely not going to work, because you cannot put your faith in someone that doesn't have basic loyalty needed for a relationship. There are so many nice guys out there. He's not the first nice guy that's going to approach you, and he's not going to be the last. So staying in a relationship where he's cheating and you are tired just because it's nice, trust me, it's definitely not worth it. Hello, I really love your channel, thank you. And also went to the same secondary school as you. Oh, and I'm just happy that you're succeeding, thank you again. Anyways, my question is, do you think relationships are bad as a Christian, a uni student, and I'm 19 years old? I don't think relationships are ever bad. I feel like telling a 19-year-old not to date is almost hopeless, because you're 19. If you want to date, real, and you can easily hide it. You need to have a decision for yourself. Like, you need to decide on what you want to do and what you do not want to do. I just think that as a Christian going into a relationship, especially at this age, 19, you have to be very, very careful. It's going to be difficult if you're also the kind of person that you're like waiting till marriage kind of person, because at 19 you have a good amount of time before you are going to start thinking about marriage. So imagine finding someone that you really like. Imagine being in a relationship with that person for a number of years, constantly battling the urge to get like really intimate with this person. Are you strong enough to withstand all that pressure and all those urges and all your hormones? If you think you can't do it, then I advise just lay off relationships until you feel you are ready to get married. If not, then go ahead, I guess. I just got heartbroken. I literally cry my eyes to sleep every night. And the worst thing is, I see him in the hostel every day and he literally acts like nothing happened between us. I'm losing it. I loved him so much. I still do. Well, I don't know what advice I'm supposed to give here, because there isn't a question per se. The first thing I'm going to say is that if it actually seems like it was nothing to him, the last thing you should do is confront him, tell him stuff like, I'm having such a difficult time and you seem okay. Don't do that. You said you stay in a hostel, so I think that's even the best environment, surrounded by people, so you don't plummet into depression. Time heals all. Do what you can, try your best to stay afloat, and trust me, it is going to pass. Okay, the next one is very, very long. But for starters, I failed out of med school sometime last year. It was my second attempt at second MBBS. I had repeated and I missed the pass mark by 2 marks. Needless to say, my mental health has been in complete and utter shambles. To the outside world, it seems like you had never tried. I mean, what's there to getting 50 marks? To them, you're just a failure, basically discrediting the sleepless nights, numerous discussion classes, different tutorial settings that you had slaved away trying to make it. A good number of my set mates, both from my original set and my repeating set, blocked me. Some saw me on the road and barely acknowledged me. One even asked the moment the results came out when I was going to move out and if they could have my room. It really surprised me how people who'd ask for my help to teach them something pertaining to courses suddenly forgot I ever existed. First of all, medical school, yes, the pass mark is 50 marks, but those 50 marks are not a breeze to get. And if there's one thing that I've learned in medical school, is that nothing is certain. There are a lot of variables. For the fact that someone is not passing their medical school exams, I don't think it's something that should just be brushed off as, oh, you're dumb, you're not working hard, you didn't study enough. Because trust me when I say every single medical student in the first place is smart. Like, there is no dumb medical students. For the fact alone that you were able to get into medical school, you're already above average. So anyone that's making you feel like a failure definitely does not know what the person is talking about. In the end, God's plan for each person is different. Failing 1, 2, or 3 exams does not determine your destiny. God definitely has a different plan for you. Maybe for you to venture into a different course where you're going to find out this is actually your calling. Pull yourself together and focus on the next phase of your life, what's coming next. Give everything your best. And even if your best is not yielding good results, keep giving it. It has to work one day. I recently entered a relationship because I thought I liked him, but now I've changed my mind. How do I live? My advice to you, don't put me anywhere. My first advice, be direct. But if you do not want to be direct, be annoying. I'm saying this because every one of us has an aspect of cowardice in us when you do not want to be upfront about something. So I guess just make him not like you anymore. I told a guy I like him and he rejected me, but I took it well and we actually became good friends. But now he's saying that he likes me and wants us to date. I want to agree, but I don't want to look easy, and I feel that maybe he's just saying this because he wants to date someone and he feels I'll definitely agree. Honestly, this is a very, very valid concern, because if you told a guy before that you like him and he flat out, straight up told you he don't like you, rejected you, and he's not telling you that I like you, There is nothing more annoying than someone that is indecisive in a relationship. If you really like this guy, I would say maybe give it some time. Do not agree immediately, because it will look like you're just keeping yourself waiting for him. We don't want to look like we're desperate. Give it time before you say yes, and then if you want to say no, make sure you reject him straight up. Make it very clear. What do you think about relationships in high school? I'm in SS2 and all my friends are or have been in one. Secondary school, why are you dating? There is no point. Okay, I know maybe you're feeling peer pressure because you said your friends are all in relationships. Wait till uni. Maybe if you're so eager, maybe first year of uni, once you land, you look for someone and you date the person. But secondary school, I don't know, Sha, but I don't know if you guys have seen this meme where they're like, if you dated me in secondary school, not my ex and my childhood friend. That's basically what it's like. It's not serious. It's just a joke. It's just a play. So if you are the kind of person that you value meaningful relationships, then no. So if you're someone you really like, I'm sure the person can wait till you guys graduate secondary school. After all, if you're in SST, you just have like a year and a half left. It's not that long. Don't do what is not necessary. I'm 21 and have never had a proper relationship. Oh, twinsies. I'm in my penultimate year, have different guys coming, but they all look like they want to play, and I know I'm not in for player. How do I meet serious people? Or am I the one painting them bad? No. If someone approaches you and this person seems like he wants to play, then you best believe that yes, he's actually coming to play. If a guy is serious, you are not going to doubt. It's straightforward. Okay, you said, how do I meet serious people? If you see me, I don't know where there is to find them, but I would say one thing: do not go about looking for a boyfriend in every guy that you meet. Like, do not be marriage minded or do not be relationship minded when you're making friends with the opposite sex, because if you're like that, trust me, it's going to be obvious. It's not going to be obvious to you, but you may look desperate to the guy. My best romance trope, like in K-dramas or in real life or whatever, is actually friends to lovers. Make good friends first, and then from friendship, it's going to be a lot easier to find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Don't rush, okay? Just calm down and make lasting friendships, and from there it's going to be a lot easier. When do you think is the perfect age to start dating? And I think dating has to do with your mental age, not your physical age, because you can have an 18-year-old making better relationship decisions than a 25-year-old. I think it's a very personal thing. If you have reached a point where you feel like you can manage yourself, you can communicate what you're feeling without confusing it with what you're seeing on TikTok and Instagram and what all those people that are doing podcasts are telling you, then yeah, definitely. So how do you handle relationships as a medical student? Dividing attention and all. Relationships shouldn't pull you down. If your relationship is not giving you peace, I don't think you should be in it. And if it is giving you peace, you wouldn't have to ask how do you balance, because it should be a source of support. I don't think it's something you have to divide your attention for. If you are dating somebody reasonable. Hi Mma, have you ever experienced a breakup either in a friendship or a romantic relationship, and how did you get through it? I think I mentioned something like this for the person that said she was heartbroken. To avoid depression, surround yourself with people. Maybe if you stay in hostel, stay there. Don't go home and lock yourself in your room. As much as possible, do things that take your mind off what you are currently going through. Look for a new hobby, a new sport, something that once you are doing it, you are so focused that you can't think of what you are currently going through. Okay, next question: how to handle teenage relationships? Teenage, I honestly maybe don't do, or if you want to do, find someone that knows how to handle, because I don't. Hey, I'm in med school. I always wanted to be serious, but unfortunately I met a guy, my classmate. I like him, but I always viewed him as someone that is always serious with his books. Now he likes someone else. What should I do? Is it worth it? You already said he likes someone else. Yes, that is your answer now. Don't do anything. No, it is not worth it. If a guy likes a girl and she does not like him, the chances of her turning around and eventually liking him back are higher than the chances of a guy that does not like a girl but the girl likes him turning around to like the girl. What I'm trying to say is that it is easier for females to have their hearts softened and like someone that they initially had no romantic feelings for. But for guys, if you've maybe expressed your feelings and he rejected you, or he said no, I don't feel the same, then let it go. But if you have not expressed your feelings at all and maybe you feel like there could be something there, then yes, I would advise get it off your chest. What do you think about dating a coursemate in your level, asking for a friend? What's the point of saying asking for a friend when this is anonymous? Am I I think dating a coursemate is as good as dating any other person. I don't think it has to be special or it has to be a problem just because people are in the same course. If anything, it's even kind of convenient, don't you think? People that say stuff like, I would never date my coursemate, I never really understood it, because it is something I don't know. Only barrier to dating is whether or not you like somebody. Things like course-mates, set-mates, age mates, I don't see why it should be a problem. Okay guys, that has concluded our little chit-chatty Q&A session. I feel bad about the questions I've not answered. So the ones that I have not answered in this video, for fear of making this video too long, I'm going to answer them on my Instagram story. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.